Just realised my microphone was turned off. That's not a good start, is it? So, yeah, good morning. Welcome to the London session. I'm a little bit tired this morning because I was awoken at 4 a.m. Probably the reason why I forgot to put the microphone on. But yeah, by my lovely daughter Robin. And so I've been up for a good few hours already. Anyway, enough moaning. Here we go, straight in to EURUSD on the 15-minute with our Phoenix analysis. This morning already we had a 15-minute range to the left that we entered the premium, and this was at 6 a.m. So before my session, and then pushed down from there. So now we've got the current range from this high to this low, which is now cemented. We've pushed up into the premium, but didn't hit a 1 minute area that I was happy with. And so, yeah, still looking for this area above. Now we also have obviously an opposing 15-minute bullish range. So this could end up providing longs, but currently more favoured towards the shorter side of things, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you for joining this morning. Say hello if you're out there. And yeah, so far this week, London hasn't really provided much in the way of trades. There was nothing on Monday. The morning started, where did it start? Around, I should put my sessions on, shouldn't I? There we go. This was the morning session. We had obviously a range here. It pushed up and just broke through it without giving any kind of short opportunities. We had a new bullish range, and that was then broken through. Then we had a new bearish range. It didn't hit the premium of that before continuing down. And then, yeah, that was the end of the session. So that was Monday. And then yesterday, Tuesday, again, the move happened kind of before the session. So we had this range here. It came up, tapped valid zone, gave an entry, pushed down, and then just continued plummeting for the rest of the session. So again, just bad timing. There was a New York entry yesterday, and this is the kind of setup that I really like, and I did end up taking it. I am mainly focusing on the London session, but if I see a setup that I really like and I'm at the charts during New York, I will give it a go. And what I like is when we have, say London just moves down like this, then at the very start of New York, we form this new bullish range. I really like that as a kind of a reversal opportunity. As you can see, we came down into the discount of that bullish range and then just pushed up, and only took a 1.5R on it. I got a bit scared of this news candle. Might have seen my reel yesterday regarding that. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully that means we will get something today. So we are looking... hello, DJ Khaled in the house. Good to have you here, sir. DJ Khaled. So at the moment, this bullish range isn't really giving me anything. So if we look, let me get rid of the candle plot. This is showing the 15 minute on the 1 minute, but I'll turn that off for now. If we look at the extreme 1 minute range here, that for me has been mitigated to the discount and tapped in a valid zone. So I'm not looking at the extreme. Then the next range from here to here, mitigated to the discount, pushed up. So really, if we do enter this zone for shorts and there's nothing really unmitigated in this bullish range, that gives me more confidence in the short playing out if it does start to move in that direction. But we will see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, if there's any questions or topics that anyone wants to discuss. Obviously last time we delved into the Hollywood's hottest women. So we've done that. We've covered that. Denise Richards came out on top, of course. But what I did want to talk about, actually, and 1 second. What I did want to talk about was what got me down this morning was comments on the YouTube channel, and I try not to let things get me down, and it's easy for us to say I don't care what people think, I don't care what people say, any comments, any interaction is good interaction. I always used to think if I was a celebrity or whatever, you know, a proper person in the spotlight, I always think, oh, I could handle that. I could handle the negativity that journalists writing about you and all that. Turns out I can't even handle a YouTube comment on my little channel of negativity. And so I can only imagine what it's like to be some kind of A-list celeb where people are talking about you all the time, and the mental struggle of that must be horrific. For example, people on a YouTube channel talking about who's the hottest in Hollywood and who's not hot. If I was on the not hot list, whoo, I would be very upset. So anyway, so if we go through some of my YouTube comments, I think I replied to one that got me down earlier, but while the charts aren't doing anything, let's have a look at some. So this is fine. Someone just asking a question: what's the max drawdown you have witnessed? This is in relation to the Alchemist trading bot, and I've witnessed around 18%, which wasn't fun. That was in December. Nothing like since for me. This is the thing where I had nothing like it, but I know some people experienced the 40% stop out on that bot in last month in May. Hello sir, does MagicFX strategy on your site contain your new teachings? I don't have anything on the site at the moment, but it will. This is very hard to understand, confusing and struggling at the same time, maybe not that simple like the market structure, but all I can say is trying to understand repetitively. What's that? What is a chock? Now that is a very simple video, I'm sure it is, but that's fair enough. He doesn't understand it. That's not the kind of comments that get to me. French comments get to me. No, not really. I'm sure that's whatever. This is fine, that's just a valid question. I'll reply to these later. But I don't look at the comments very often because I'm scared of, of being upset and it ruining my day. This is nice. The thing is, I need to see 10 of these for every one negative one. And this, it makes no sense at all. Swings are higher high or higher low. There is no boss in lower high, lower low. So why would you call them swings? You just say it's inside of the swings. Low swing high. Then you say there is a swing only after boss, but you still draw swing highs. Make no sense. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Tell you what does make no sense. That comment. You saying that a swing is only a swing with a boss, but then why write all those swings if there isn't a boss? Obviously, he didn't get the concepts in that. This was talking about major swings and minor swings, and the different kinds of swings, and that's why I've named them different things. Dumb. But what I do try to do is, instead of replying, when I do reply to the comments, I try to cancel out their hate with love. And so I'll write a really nice, understanding comment, and that hopefully makes them feel bad. And usually when I do that, I'll get a response which, if it's a really mean comment or whatever, I'll get a response which is more human, because they realise they're interacting with a human being. That's fine. You didn't hit this, show the account. Well, that's with the 60RR trade recap video. I say in that video I didn't take 60R from that trade. The point of the video was analysing the higher time frame and how potentially it would make sense to have targeted 60RR if you were using the daily and the 4 hour, using the exact same concepts as I'm using on the 15 minute. That was the point of it, and I say that in the video. So don't just look at the title and then make your little faggot comments. That's right, I said faggot, because that's what you are. In the best way. Whatever. Anyway, this is what I'm moaning about today. Who else is mean? No one's being mean, so that's fine. We'll let them off. Probably replied to all the mean ones already. Let's go back to the charts. You've got to ignore the haters, that's right, Christopher. But it's hard. It can be hard sometimes. If you're in a bad mood already and you're stressed and tired, those comments can sometimes get to you. Oh, and the reason I don't have the video on today is the internet here is playing up a little bit, and I didn't want anything to, because it uses a lot more if I'm streaming the video as well. And you guys don't need to see me. You don't need to see my face. So, yeah. That's the reason for that. So, yeah. Live trading is very boring. Really, isn't it? But if anyone's got any questions, I could run through yesterday's New York trade that I really liked. So, again, the reason I liked it, where is it? There. Was, it looks very messy here, but the reason I liked it was that we'd been pushing down all day, and then New York comes in and gives us this new bullish range right here. So it's valid, it cements a low, cements a high, comes down into the discount. On the 1 minute, we had, didn't use that one, we had this 1 minute area that was unmitigated. See, this just tapped the imbalance before pushing up. Price then tapped in, broke structure, came back, tagged to the entry here, and then continued moving up. And it's that you sometimes just get a feeling where you've seen something happen over and over again, I just knew that was going to go up, that trade, which is why I took it. Now we've got potentially a new bearish range here. I'll see if there's another example of that same thing. Yes, well, for example, yesterday morning, pre-session, you had this, the previous day, bullish, 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 or overnight, whatever, Asian session, just moved up, 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 up. We create this new bearish range at the top, comes in, and obviously there has to be the 1 minute inside of this in order to get involved. And you often find, you know, so we had a bearish range here. There most likely wasn't the 1 minute to get involved with, and then obviously this just pushed straight through. It doesn't look like it would have given an entry anyway. Then this had, and I'll show you, if I just go on the 1 minute. Is that it? Ooh. And then we just follow price down in here. So we had a valid area at the extreme, failed to mitigate. This area came up and did mitigate this little zone here, so that was closed for business. And then we had finally this area here, failed to mitigate the premium. And then it tapped into the premium, but just tapped air here. Then it came up, again, too early, but at 6:14 it came up, tapped into a valid zone in the premium of both the 15-minute range and the 1 minute range. And you can see we broke structure, tapped in, and just continued to plummet down for the rest of the session. And they're my favorite setups that occur. Let's see, what are we dealing with? So if we're looking at this 15-minute new bearish range, at the extreme, I'll be looking for this. And you can see this just tapped air to the left, so my zone would be there. This is very internal, so we have the overall bearish here, and within that we have a bullish, and then within that bullish, which is already within the bearish, we have another bearish. And what I would want is for, really, I'd like to see a 15-minute cemented low here, so a candle to close above the candle to its left. It's gonna be a while before that might happen, unless this pushes up and closes just above this one before tapping in and going. But we'll see whether that happens or not. Yes, we will. But yeah, London has not provided too much this week. Oh, a couple of questions. Where are you at? Or is that where do I live? I'm in Kent in the UK. Do you trade from old 15-minute open for business zones, or do you wait for 15-minute ranges to form in those zones first? So in terms of looking to the left, I believe you're asking, I don't really. I only really look what's immediately within the vicinity, or what ranges we're currently within. So just the most recent price action. I'm not looking over here at all. I don't care what we tap into over here. I did experiment with that for a while, and it's just a lot more comfortable to go with what price is currently doing. So in theory, you're always going with the flow rather than playing a guessing game to the left. You're not trying to be too much of an Nostradamus, so keeping more in touch with price as it is currently moving, I think, is the best thing to do. Go with the flow. And while the theory is very good, this is a nice area to look at, because you see we cemented here, I think, and this clearly failed to reach this discount at all before pushing up, and so we have this kind of M-shaped formation, and now we're coming down, and we've come down into that discount now, not quite tapped to zone yet, and so it's, that is likely, but I would see that more as just a confluence if we tap in there and create a new bullish range. I'd see that as just an extra confluence to give me more confidence to long from there, rather than directly taking something from there. How do you identify the current range? You can get 15-minute ranges within 15-minute ranges too. Yeah. So, like I say, the easiest, obviously, I'm going cemented to cemented, and this is the current overall range here, from this high to this low. But yeah, like I say, it is also valid to look at what's going on within that as well. So we have this bullish one, but to be honest, all that has been mitigated, so I'm not looking at the bullish one anymore. And then we have this new bearish leg, and as I say, what I want to see is a cemented low before getting involved in this. So if that doesn't happen, I'm really just interested in this area above. And these, yeah, it's kind of, it feels complicated to explain, but once you start trading it, it's very simple. Just having a nice push there. Again, if I turn on candle plot, I can see the 15-minute on the 1 minute. And so I can see, it makes it easier to know what your 15-minute ranges actually are, and if it cements without having to switch time frames. Oh yeah. But yeah, what I noticed from, and I've picked up over the years from teaching, mentoring, and just trading myself. Like for example, this week there hasn't been anything yet. There's been no entries in my session for the strategy, and that's when, for a lot of traders, that it can start to play with your mind and make you start looking at perhaps other methods of getting in or trading at different times, or just, you know, throwing everything out the window or whatever. But I'm really getting back to the idea that I'm actually grateful for not having too many trades, because you don't really want to be putting your money at risk that often. And if there are times where there's no trades, you know that you're less likely to blow an account with loads of losses. Because if you have a strategy where you can take loads and loads of trades every single day, and you're trading long sessions, like you're sitting at the charts all day long, there's going to be opportunity there to blow accounts in a day and go on tilt and really just mess yourself up mentally. But just trading this 3-hour session, and sometimes a little cheeky if New York sets up really nicely like it did yesterday, for me mentally it's so much nicer. And when I went back to, because obviously I had a break from trading, and then I went back to the drawing board with a strategy because things weren't working as well as I wanted them to. And during that time I was figuring out what was the best time to trade, and really sitting at the charts all day long. And I started feeling like crap. Mentally I felt drained, physically I felt drained, my diet went to shit, I stopped going to the gym because I didn't really know when I could be away from the charts. And again, that was another realization that really cemented the idea that I need a short trading session every day, because I'm not someone that can sit at the charts all day and be happy in myself. And that's not why I really got into trading in the first place. I don't think anyone gets into trading because they want to sit at the charts all day. It's not a rewarding thing to do. You're not learning anything by staring at candles all day. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's better for your brain to be watching something on telly or playing a video game rather than looking at candles, because it's just meaningless shit. So yeah, that's where I stand on that. Could be getting angry at candles. Why am I getting angry? Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, like I said at the start of this, but there was only a couple of you then. Very tired today. Very because I was awoken at 4 a.m. by a child who thinks that is a reasonable time to get up in the morning. 4 a.m. Happy as Larry. And then at about 5:30, she thought, time for me to have a nap now. So she went back to bed. Then obviously I can't go back to sleep at 5:30. So yeah, I've been up since 4. Little cow. So that candle's closed. It didn't cement. So this for me, I'm not looking at. I prefer the above one. Ababwa. Ali Ababwa. Prince Abubu. Jafar. So for now, ignore this and focus on this. ignore this girthier member and focus on the pencil dick above. So who's here from the UK? And if you are you going to bother voting in the election coming up this year? Because I certainly don't see any benefit in Conservatives or Labour. I am leaning towards the Farage party, Reform, just because it's like a Trump vote, isn't it? And if I was in the US, I would 100% vote for Trump, just to because it's the, what do you call it? I don't know. Anti-establishment vote. How do you identify the current range? I've done that. Are you taking 1.5 as first trade now? No, still taking 1.2s. Do you trade only EU? Yes. Good on you for taking the pause from trading. Must have been rough. Been there. Yes, very rough. As we all know, trading is a hard game. DJ Khaled, UK and hell no. Ninja Trader from Sniper Entries. November 22 to Sweep and Cement, Jan 2023. This guy's been keeping notes. M1 strategy in July, R1 strategy in August, and now Matrix Zones. Reform 2. Smart way to earn money by changing strategies each 2 months and holding members and getting their hard-earned money. Yes, so there's an example of a really nice comment which makes me feel really good from Ninja Trader there. So thank you, Ninja Trader. It's like I said, I've tried to be open about my experiences with trading over the past few months. I've obviously been through trials and mental issues. I don't want to say a depression with it, because I think that's a bit of a cop-out word. But yeah, I've personally struggled a lot with trading strategies, and this is why I shut down the academy in the end, because I didn't feel like I could provide the value anymore. So in terms of trying to, mug people, I don't think that's quite a fair thing to say, because I came to a realization myself that I was no longer able to provide the value that I was trying to provide before, and I haven't accepted. I haven't had anything for sale or taken any new members since February. Struggling in early 2023 itself, but shut down in the latest 2023 only. Well, that's the thing as well. When you're doing, you don't realize you're struggling when you first start struggling. Mental and trading issues, you think that they're going to resolve themselves, or you think you're going to get through it or whatever. But that's not always the case, and things only can become clear to you when something big happens, like losing accounts, or you have a big life change and it makes you realize that you need to change something. But it's I'm not going to argue with you. You're obviously out to just be mean and troll this morning. You share your payout in any funding challenges. Like I've said, I'm currently doing a challenge at the moment. I did lose my accounts at the start of the year, and I am not planning to go fully public with selling anything until I am back fully funded, and have proof. I mean, you are trolling. You have these laughing faces. You're trying to say that I'm scamming people, and it's telling the fact that you earned money by changing strategies. Yeah, I had new products and I sold them. Anyone that's tried to put together a trading strategy and write a book and create videos and create content, and I've never created something that I did not fully believe in and have not traded myself. And creating that content is not it's not as simple and easy, and it's not as if you can just go, right, I've got a strategy here, I'm and that's it. You just say, take my money. I put a lot of work into designing those courses and testing those courses, and trying to make them as good as I could, and a lot of people did very well from what I've taught. So just blanket saying that I've scammed people for nearly 1.5 years is wrong. I have plenty of people who will tell you otherwise, and I get messages all the time saying I've helped people with their trading, even from just free videos on YouTube. Can I show proof of your funded members? Yeah, they've there's been multiple people who've posted their funded certificates. I've got it. I've showed it on my Instagram before. I've posted members that have been funded. Recommend a prop firm. I personally would recommend Alpha Capital. I think they're very good at the moment. 15-minute. So this is called candle plot MTF. It's this indicator here. And basically, yeah, it will show candles on a higher time frame, on a lower time frame. So I've got it set to the 15-minute now, so it's showing the 15-minute candles. If I set it to 60, it would show the 1 hour candles, like that, or 240 would be the 4 hours. So yeah, it's really handy so that you don't have to change time frame. It does look a bit ugly. A Ninja Trader, I've already talked about all of these things that you're bringing up. I talked about it earlier in this video, and someone else commented on the 60RR video saying 60RR. The point of that video was just showing the I even say in that video, I did not take 60RR. That's not for me. I still stick with low RR trades. The point of the 60RR was showing that the analysis works throughout different time frames. So on the 15-minute, it was a much lower RR trade, but then I took the same analysis to the 4 hour and the daily, and it showed that it made sense to look at for that target. Sorry, I was distracted there. It made sense to target that, and obviously the 60RR was a clickbait title. It's, you know, who doesn't do that? But if you actually watch the video, you would know. I've had enough of that guy. Goodbye. Oh, didn't mean to delete the message. Meant to delete the person. There we go. Put my timeout. And come back next time if you're going to be nicer. So, people complaining. I'm just doing this for free. And I even said today at the start of this video, these comments wind me up, man. Yeah, this is the Phoenix method. Oh, thank you, Isuru. Appreciate the message. Appreciate the message. Big love to you, sir. Engage with the trolls. Yeah, I know. I make the mistake of thinking I can reason with people, but they just, you give them a bit and they take a mile. And then at the end he says, watch ICT videos. Oh, okay. I'm a Nigerian. Do I still go with alpha? if they accept Nigerian traders. I don't know their rules on that, but if they do, then I don't see why not. Yeah, sorry, I'm not up to speed on what prop firms take people from what countries. Not interested in this trade because it didn't cement. Yeah, pretty much. It could have been the one though, couldn't it? But you got to have rules somewhere. Let's see if it would have played out. And because really, if this now continues lower, that will just increase that range because there's no real cement. Yeah, it would have gone. Shame, isn't it? Shame we didn't take the entry from there. Oh well. But yeah, pretty much, I've pretty much given everyone the strategy in these live videos. That's it. You know, call me a scammer for that if you want, but that you can, you know, go back and test this. You'll see that it works. You know, if you test this for London throughout May, you'll have just 7 to 10. You know, around 15-16%. Every month this year is profitable using it. I don't know what to tell you. Sue me. Anyway, guys, we'll call it a day for the stream. That's 50 minutes. But yeah, thank you for joining. Even Ninja Trader, thank you for the conversation. Always fun. And I'm going to be doing a podcast later again with Mike. So look forward to that. We've haven't done an episode for a couple of weeks, so yeah, we'll be doing that. But yeah, thank you, appreciate all you guys, and I will see you next time.